This seems to be the time of the year where entire months are dedicated by someone to recognize certain groups, professions, ethnic classes, or sexual orientation categories and declare that diversity is a blessing. I've not been able to figure out who makes these declarations or what we are supposed to do once these recognitions are announced. In this age of political correctness, social justice, and fake news, it is considered impolite to point this out. The fact is that the simple matter of anyone pointing it out in the first place is actually racist. But with the happenings of the past few months regarding the Judge Kavanagh hearing, the Mueller investigation, abortion, afterbirth, or the faux Jessie Smollett attack, nothing seems to evolve in the fashion to which we are accustomed. Accusations are made with no proof, conclusions are declared with no evidence, and the actual evidence is ignored with legal precedents having no meaning if it exposes a position contrary to the liberal agenda. By using the word diversity in their attempt to eliminate racism, construes almost anything into discrimination. The result is the exacerbation of the very problem to which they are complaining and trying to correct. Now we have a scandal where parents of students who fail to meet the entrance requirements and fall outside of affirmative action standards are being prosecuted for bribery. The social justice warriors use any and all of these ploys to impugn and deflect any evidence that does not advance a liberal agenda. The declaration that diversity makes the country great is also false, and a conclusion that was perpetrated to advance their liberal agenda. Diversity is simply a fact. It has no advantage or disadvantage. It is a word used that is allowing anyone to use and do their thing contrary to the law and customs of the United States. It gives permission to resist assimilation into the United States citizenry and ignores the Constitution. It encourages the practices of their ethnic customs that are often contrary, while expecting us to accept their customs instead. It goes to the point where they consider it a right to demand that food, customs, and religions and various practices conform to their ethnic traditions, with atrocities against Christians almost completely ignored. This is the crux of the problem and should not be tolerated out of compassion. If in France you do as the French do, and no one should be expected to change our customs to appease the demands in the spirit of diversity. Terms like white privilege, racist, homophobe, sexist, or redefining definitions of words is how the media instantly summarizes this mindset. It is designed to neutralize any attempt at fairness and ignore rules of law or precedents that exposes any hypocrisy. If someone declares things like White History Month, Men's Movement, Straight Pride Month, or Caucasian Caucus were announced, they would immediately be sued on grounds of discrimination or racism and have their careers completely ruined. But the list of groups that excludes any white, straight, and male has the blessings of the media and is perfectly acceptable. This double standard is becoming intolerable and completely ignores the logical conclusions from fairness, truth, sustainability, and integrity. It is simply wrong for illegals to be told that they are not breaking the law, mothers can kill their baby after it's born, or it's acceptable to discriminate against anyone if they don't agree with your point of view. The talk of reparation and the rules of affirmative action are the epitome of unfairness and plant the seeds of civil war, where things like murder, discrimination, merit-based advancement, legal precedents have no traditional meanings any longer. These attempts at situational ethics or tolerating what has been previously abhorrent is undermining our system of government and when justified by our democracy, which says that if the majority want it, they can make it a law. This is a slippery slope of socialism, and the reason we are having constitutional republics so the rights of individuals cannot be taken away by the whims of the indoctrinated masses. This is Keith Kuby wishing you the best in making the world a better place.